Brews does, and you've done this before. It was training camp when we last did it. We were standing on the field. So we're going to mix things up this time around. We're going to do kind of the COVID-19 version of it. So what's the guiltiest pleasure that you're missing these days with this all in place? Not necessarily like seeing people or traveling, but the guilty pleasure that you can kind of,
guilty
share.
Pleasure. Man, I like a good juicy burger every once in a while, and obviously we've been eating pretty dang healthy, which is good, obviously. So I would say maybe like a Five Guys burger, something like that. Just
all right,
normal fat guy alignment.
That'll work. Jacob Martin went with a massage, because he can't do that these days. So that's but a burger is always good as well. That is acceptable. Yeah, what's the first thing you're going to do when this shelter in place, all this stuff ends? What's the first thing you're looking forward to doing?
Seeing family, to be honest. Definitely that. I also love going to the movie theater. So, going to see a movie at the theater, get a bucket of popcorn. So 2 things. Family first, obviously, but movies,
of course. Those are two good answers. What movie are you most looking forward to this summer?
Oh, man. See, I don't look that far ahead. I usually go day of, night before.
The only reason I ask that is because I know that Top Gun is coming out. And
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I heard there's a recreation of the volleyball scene, jeans, no shirt. So it'll be interesting to see, 30 years later, whatever it is.
I guess they have to do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which do you prefer, beach volleyball or pool volleyball, or volleyball on a volleyball court like in the gym?
Oh man, probably pool volleyball. Just a little bit less on the joints and the knees, especially for a big guy.
You're one of your assistant coaches, TJ Yates. He helped with the offensive line last year. When he was a rookie in 2011, he had to come into the game, and I'm sure you've heard the stories, but he came into a game after Matt Leinart got injured, and he had come in after Matt Schaub had gotten injured, the starter. So TJ is the third guy. He was a 5th-round pick, comes in the game, and the Texans wind up winning that one, win a few more. He wins a playoff game, et cetera, et cetera. But in that first game, it was in Jacksonville. And afterwards, they're asking a guy named Connor Barwin, played off outside linebacker. Right. Hey, what'd you think of TJ? What's your confidence in him? And Connor said it was the greatest because it was a lockout, leading up to that season. And while they were in the lockout, they were working out on their own, kind of like a little bit like now, not the same obviously, but a little bit like now. And he said, "Oh, I got all the confidence in the world in TJ. He was on my pool volleyball team during the lockout." So if you want to ever tell TJ or a pool volleyball. Anyways, I've meandered too far. Jeez. All right. What's your show to watch? What's your show to watch right now that you're binging?
Okay, so we just started Ozarks, so that's going to be the new one to binge. A lot of buzz about it. Have you seen it? We watched episode 1 last night, and it was intense. A lot happened.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that.
I'm in the middle of the 3rd season. Yeah, that's one of my shows. I love that show. Great stuff.
Okay, yeah. We've heard a lot of good things, so we're about to binge that pretty hard.
All right. Yeah, he finds a way. Marty Bird finds a way to sink lower and lower and lower and still get out of it. It's amazing. So
even episode 1, he had to do a lot, so we'll see.
Okay, how much FaceTiming / Zooming are you doing these days? You mentioned family and friends. How many hours a day do you think you're doing that?
It's a lot. It's funny. Even yesterday, I talk to my parents probably about every day, at least 20, 30 minutes, sometimes longer. I talked to my buddy from Michael Valenci for 40 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
Talked to my brother for at least 30 to half an hour. Definitely a couple hours for sure.
Nice.
There's no doubt about it.
What's the loudest NFL stadium you ever played in?
Loudest NFL. Okay.
And what was the game?
Saints week 1 was pretty. Say I got 3. Saints week 1, Seattle a couple years ago, or Denver's pretty loud too. But I would say the Saints on Monday Night Football this year was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I've been working for the Texans since the start of the 2009 season, and that Monday nighter that you're talking about, it's the loudest place I've ever been. I had a headache that night when I got home, and I never.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You love it you live for those moments of the play, especially offensive line, the communication, everything has to take place. When you literally can't hear a guy 5 inches from you. So it's always fun trying to, play in that atmosphere.
Wow, what a wild environment. How about college-wise? You played at Notre Dame, so you played in a lot of huge games. What was the loudest game you ever played in for the Fighting Irish?
Well, Notre Dame's, number 1 for sure. That stadium, go Irish, absolutely. I would say the best is always, I mean, the big house is loud.
Yeah.
110,000. The Bulls like straight down. The Clemson, when we played Deshaun, should have beat him. Came down in a 2-point conversion. Still haunts me. But that was very loud, that Clemson game. There's usually always one more that I talk about. It's not hitting me right now, but Clemson. Oh, Florida State. We played Florida State where we should have. It was, I don't know if you remember the game. You probably don't, but
it's vaguely, yeah.
They were on that like crazy streak. We ran like a rollout pass. It was like a rub route. It was like a movie. We scored one. Late flag comes in, and then we get backed up 15 yards. They call it legal rub route, which every team ran, never gets called. And then we, 15 yards back, we ended up not scoring. So we pretty much, it was one of those crazy things where you think you win, all of a sudden that late flag comes in. So yeah, Florida State comes in, and then big house, and obviously Notre Dame at #1.
Yeah, that's a murderer's row of stadiums right there. Those are
absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. What was the first car you had?
Oh, a 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee is awesome.
Wow. Okay.
We drove that. It was my oldest brother, my middle brother, and me got it. And then my oldest brother took it back after I was in college. He literally drove that. The chair wasn't even like connected. Like the driver's seat chair was duct taped down by the end of it. It was awesome.
That's a true first car when you got to duct tape it down. That's awesome. Nuts in brownies, delicious or inexcusable?
Inexcusable.
That's the correct answer.
I like nuts and cashews and everything, but in your brownie, no, it's just straight brownie. Straight chocolate.
No way, Jose. What's your favorite Easter candy?
I feel like Easter candy. Reese eggs for sure. They're better than the peanut butter eggs. The Reese eggs are phenomenal. My wife did bring home some strawberry jelly beans. They're pretty good.
Oh, all right. Okay, describe to me the perfect steak dinner.
Ribeye, medium rare, Pittsburgh style with that extra char.
Oh, what's Pittsburgh style? I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's just like a little extra char on top.
Okay.
So you kind of get an extra little like crunch, but still medium. I tried. It's actually really good. If you go filet rare Pittsburgh style, so like extra char is really good. But I would only do that with the filet. But definitely most is Pittsburgh style ribeye, medium rare.
All right. Nick Martin, this has been a Drew's Dozen. It's always good to talk to you. We appreciate the time. Stay safe. Keep working out in the gym and or the garage, both. And we'll catch up again very, very soon. Sound good?
All right, sounds good, Drew.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.